All right. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC Gold, right? We'll take a look at Ethereum and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months going forward. So we will go through the macro analysis regarding BTC, right? BTC USD versus gold, right? So are we going to be pumping all the way up to a new all-time high, or are we going to get rejected at 45 46k area? We will discuss all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the chat room to see if you guys can hear. I'm going back to my old mic, so hopefully the sound is good. Not the old one, but the my first mic, right? So hopefully the sound is good, right? So let me know if the sound is good. Pablo in the house, Chris in the house, Quiet Cook in the house. So now let's go ahead and dive into the analysis, right? So if you guys recall our previous analysis regarding gold, gold versus BTC chart, right? What we said back then was like, if we get some sort of rejection right here, it could possibly mean BTC has bottomed. Okay, if you guys recall, we said resistance for, resistance for a gold BTC chart going to be all the way up to a 0.055 to a 0.05 78 and all that good stuff, right? But the maximum range going to be 0.06, right, up to a 0.062. And if you take a look at it right here, right back in May, June, July, our consolidation range versus gold was pretty impressive. Okay, we could not get a single candle close above 0.057, and as you can see right here, we just got rejected, right, just about like 0.057 at the same exact price level, right? So what I'm looking at right now and why it is so important, most of you guys probably already know, I like what a flat correction. Okay, so if you take a look at it right here, after we broke out, right, from the support trend line right here, if you take a look at, that was the December 2017 lows, right? And gold BTC chart was pumping to the upside all the way up to like a 0.3, 0.36, 0.37 BTC right here. We tested nearly like 0.11 BTC, right? And basically found another support right here before retesting the top again. So it created a massive trend line support, multi-year trend line, right? Started since like 2017, December 2017, and we broke out, right, sometime back in October 2020. So if you recall, back in 2020, October 2020, I wasn't paying attention to what, to the gold BTC chart. But let's go ahead and take a look at BTC USD chart, right? And what I was saying back then, right? If we take a look at the BTC chart back then, right here, that was October, right? I was saying BTC is extremely what? Extremely bullish. Okay, if you guys recall, back in late October, even though we did not break out above like a 13k, but remember on the 50-day cycle, what I was saying, okay, I was saying like if we close the 50-day cycle above like a 10.5, we going all the way up to 44k and higher. Why 44k and higher? Because 1.618 extension going to be all the way up to 44k right here. So if we go back to the BTC gold, the gold chart, right here, you can see like right there, that was when, right? October what? October 19th. And what I was saying, guys, October 26th. So even though I wasn't paying attention to the gold chart, right, gold BTC chart was telling us, okay, we're about to get a massive pump to the upside. Okay, and basically meaning like, gold BTC chart will basically dump to the downside. So now why it is so important? Because we know whenever we basically get a massive rally, right, either a dump or a pump, whatever, we get a very impulsive move, we will move sideways. Okay, we know that, but sometimes you just don't know what type of correction, right, you're going to be making. But if you take a look at it right here, you can clearly see, guys, we making what? A double top, double bottom. And why the double top, double bottom is so important, we can go back to where? To the to the BTC dominance. So if we take a look at the BTC dominance, right here, back in September right here, what we said, let's go ahead and rewind it. can rewind it. Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Can do that on this. But back in September, right there, after we got the double bottom, okay, what we said we're going to be pumping to the upside. If we go back to the gold BTC chart, what we just got, we double bottom right here and we pump to the upside. If we go back to the BTC dominance chart, right, you can see like right there, after what we did, we basically retested the bottom, right, which is basically a continuation pattern. But after we retested the bottom, we said let's just be cautious because it depends on BTC now, because if BTC going to be breaking out to the upside, the dominance can still break out to the upside. If BTC dumps, the dominance could still pump to the upside. But the point is, whenever we get a double top, double bottom, we just have to expect what a continuation to the downside, either to get a triple bottom, right, or even to get a dump to the downside. So if we go back to the gold BTC chart right here, you can see like we got what, a nice double top, double bottom. Yes, we can still retest the top again because it moves very slow. We can still retest the 0.06, 0.061 and all that good stuff. But the point is, if we get a massive rejection right here, okay, it means like we most likely, okay, going to retest at least the bottom right here. And if gold BTC chart is going to retest like 0.03, give or take range, it means like BTC will retest what, 65, 67 and all that good stuff. Remember, they're moving what, inversely. So a retest of 0.03, right, could possibly mean, okay, BTC will most likely going to make a new all-time high. Okay, and the type of price we could anticipate over the next like a few weeks after that, we will discuss it. But as of now, we will just want to focus on what, we just want to focus on the double top and double bottom. Double top, all right, we got the double top and double bottom, or if you want to call it double bottom, double top, because the move is a dump, so we could just call it a double bottom, double top right here. Okay, so we want to see as of now, okay, what we want to see is like we want to see the gold BTC chart to breaks out below the weekly 21 EMA. Okay, right now we just got rejected at the weekly 50, right around 0.05. So now we at support at the weekly 21 EMA. So it means like, even though BTC looks pretty strong, right, in the next few days we could see a big pump on the gold chart, right, meaning like BTC could be cooling off. It doesn't mean like, hey, BTC will be dumping down to 10k and all that good stuff, but all we're saying is like BTC could basically find a a tough time to break out above like the 47, 46k area if gold BTC chart going to be retesting the 0.057 range. You see what I'm saying? As you can see right here, we did it like multiple times, right? After the first retest of 0.06, right, 0.061, it dumped down to the weekly 21 EMA. We pumped back up to 0.061, dumped back down to the weekly 21 EMA, right? So we got nearly, multiple rejection, nearly 4 rejections, right around 0.06. So we can still retest the range. It doesn't have to be 0.06, but as soon as we get close to 0.057 and all that good stuff, it means like what, we got to be cautious. Okay, so just to get it clear, so BTC retesting 0.06, 0.0612, give or take, right, going to be a bullish sign, because it means that we could be dumping back down, okay, or even like dump further down, all the way down to 0.01359 range, which is basically 50% pullback from the support area. Okay, I like to take a look at it in terms of like a percentage. Whenever we dump like below support, you can use your Fibonacci if you want, right, but it is going to be a different topic. But in general I like to take a look at it 50% 50% dump below the support area. All right, even if you take a look at it right here in terms of trend lines, right, after we dump right here below the support, we dump nearly 80%. So 50% dump below the support area right here, just going to be what, pretty conservative. So just to remind you guys, right, we could be seeing a potential all-time high if and only if we get a massive rejection, right, about like 0.06, 0.061 range. All right, hopefully it is clear. I just wanted to make it very short regarding the gold BTC chart and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, and we will take a look at the volume and the so let me know if you guys have any question before we take a look at BTC USD on a monthly basis and all that good stuff, right? We got 20-second delay, so I'm gonna give you guys 21 seconds, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC in terms of the monthly time frame, right? So if we take a look at BTC in terms of the monthly time frame, if you guys recall, I said it multiple times, guys, when BTC was above like 50k, right? You know, I was saying like we don't need to look for 40k and all that good stuff. Okay, we could dump all the way down to our weekly 21 EMA. Okay, right there. After we retested the weekly 21 EMA, not weekly but monthly. Okay, what I said was like the MACD, yes, it is bearish. However, based on our previous price history, we can see like whenever we retest like the monthly 21 EMA, we tend to get what, a strong pullback, guys. So you can't just be bearish from like let's say 60k all the way down to 35k, and you want to be bearish right at 35k and looking for 10k. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, sometimes price action they just have to move sideways before we're printing another pattern. Okay, you take a look at it right here back in 2018. If you're new to our content, you know exactly you probably didn't know, right? We talked about it like multiple times. The monthly 21 EMA, right, it is going to be what? It is going to be a very, very strong support. 2018 was a strong support. 2019 was a strong support. And again, 2021, 2022, it is what? A good support right here. And we bought the dip exactly at, 35 to 37k and was anticipating what? A pullback. Okay, so now the monthly volume doesn't look that great. So if we take a look at BTC in terms of volume, I'm not very happy about the volume, but I'm happy about the move to the upside. But the volume doesn't look incredible at all. Okay, so something to basically keep in mind. Even though we got a nice push to the upside, we hit our target 35, 37. We got our pump we were looking for since December from 35k all the way up to 45, 46. But we just have to be very, very cautious. Okay, in terms of percentage move, right? If you've been following the channel, you know we said we're going to dump. Okay, so we dump what, nearly 37, 38%, right? And after that we pump what? We pump another 30 to 35%, right? So just in 2 months, right? Just in 2 months we made some incredible calls, nearly 40% dump and nearly a 35% pump in basically just in less than 2 months and all that good stuff, right? But now we just have to be very, very, very cautious. If you did not buy the dip right around like the weekly 100 EMA, we talk about the weekly 100 EMA at 35k, it is going to be very, very critical, right, for the bulls to be buying around 46, 40k and all 46, 45k and all that good stuff. The reason for that, once again, the volume is extremely low. It is extremely low. However, it could be a good sign at the same time, right? If you bought the dip, you don't have anything to worry about. All you have to do is just put a stop loss and let the market do the work, right? As you can see right here, if the volume we're going to be receiving over the next like 3 weeks, if it is going to be a buy volume, it means that we will be breaking out. Okay, you could look at it that way, right? However, if the volume we will be receiving over the next like a few weeks going to be some selling pressure, we could be breaking down again and possibly retest like a 30k. That's why I'm saying, like, when BTC was dumping, you want to buy at these macro support like weekly 100 EMA, monthly 21 EMA and all that good stuff. That way you're not going to worry about like price action capitulating right below those areas at the first retest. You see what I'm saying? So the first retest you want to accumulate before anything, anything crazy can happen. You basically already, bought the dip and all that good stuff, right? So the volume, we talk about it. I don't like it, right? It doesn't mean it is bearish, but I'm just not very, very happy about the volume. I'm happy about the pump, but I'm not happy about the volume. You see what I'm saying? So if you basically just want to become a bull, you might want to be cautious. Okay, just a clear warning. So now the next thing we will talk about, it is like the weekly time frame. If we take a look at the weekly, we just discussed our weekly 100 EMA right here, right? So weekly 100 EMA support 35k. We dumped below the 35k, but remember guys, what I was saying was like the lowest price doesn't matter as long as we do not close below, okay, below our weekly 100 EMA. It is okay, because the daily volatility, 6-hour volatility is pretty high, right? So people will be getting stopped out and all that good stuff. So basically we did not close below the weekly 100 EMA and all that good stuff, right? So now if we take a look at BTC in terms of resistance, we got our weekly 21 EMA right around like 46, okay, 46 45k area. We discussed it back in December, and why 46 45 was so important is like when we were moving sideways back then, right? Our 46 45k area was our support, right? A very strong support, and we could not basically get a clean breakout nearly for over like 30 days. Okay, we started the dump like the first week of December, and we broke out like the first week of January. So we moved sideways, right, for nearly over 30 days. Okay, now we just retesting what the same range, basically with a a confluence with our weekly 21 EMA right now being just about like a 46.8. So 46k area will be a very, very important key area for the bears if if they're going to be striking right around the weekly 21. So I don't expect BTC to break out above the weekly 21 that easy over the next like a few weeks. Okay, even though the trend it is still strong, we could be moving sideways, or if bears want to show up, we will basically monitor the price action. Now the next most important thing is like our 3D time frame. Okay, the 3D time frame, what I was saying regarding our 3D time frame is like if we get a bullish crossover on our MACD right here and price action closes above the 21 EMA, especially open and close above it. We just close above it, right? But we haven't yet, okay, open and close above it. Okay, if we open and close above it, that's going to be a great sign, because we got 3D, we got 2 more days, okay, on the 3D time frame to close the candle right here. All right, so I would let it basically consolidate above the 21 EMA over the next like a few days to see if we can basically get a clean close above the 21 EMA. And remember, just because we got a bullish crossover doesn't mean the trend could basically just pump to the upside straight up. All right, if you take a look at it right here, we basically got the bullish crossover, right? But we did not push to the upside straight up. Okay, we retested the bottom before the pump to the upside. If we take a look at it back in 2018, right, we got the bullish crossover right here back in December, right? December 21st, right? That's when we got the bullish crossover, December 21st, 2018, right? And we got above the 21 EMA, right? 2 months later, all right? 2 months later, okay? And basically over 60 days of sideways correction, right? Before pushing to the upside and all that good stuff. But you could make a very strong argument like, okay, the previous move was a capitulation, so it makes sense to move like sideways for like a 60 days before breaking out, right? The move we got right here was not a capitulation, okay? It was a nice downtrend consolidation, okay? Slowly moving down. So it wasn't it was not a capitulation. So I don't think like it'll take like 60 days just to basically break out. Right here it only took like what 2 weeks, Okay, so it could take possibly a week, 2 weeks also, basically, before getting a clean breakout. I'm just speculating, right, regarding the breakout above the 21 EMA, if we're going to get one. If we get rejected, once again, we know the 35k area down to 33 going to be what? A strong support. Why? You got to go back to a gold BTC chart. What we're saying right here, if we push back up, if the gold BTC chart, okay, pushes back up right here up to 0.057 range, BTC will find some sort of supports. Okay, if it pushes to the upside up to like a 0.06, you know, it means like BTC most likely going to what? Going to right here. Okay, it means like BTC most likely going to retest the low 30k right here. So either way we want to look at it, right, the range of 35 down to a 30k area going to be a bull territory. I know people are going to be like, okay, I'm waiting for 30k, I'm waiting for 29 and all that good stuff, and they're going to be chasing the price after we pumped it upside. I was saying it right here after we retested the weekly 100 EMA. I was saying, guys, it is time to accumulate. It is time to accumulate right here at the weekly 100 EMA. But people want to buy after we got the breakout above like a 44, 45k and all that good stuff, right? In just like a 2 weeks, guys, in 2 weeks, BTC pumped like 36% or nearly over 10,000 points. Okay, over 10,000 points in 2 weeks. And we called it before the dump, right? We said BTC will dump like nearly 20,000 points. And we said BTC will be, will be pumping once we find support at the weekly 100 EMA and all that good stuff, right? So make sure to hit the likes if you're new to our content and all that good stuff, right? I mean, right now it is a reversal. Okay, we got a clean 3D reversal pattern, right? So what we need to be looking for right now is like, are we going to get rejected? But right now we got a clean, reversal pattern. Our MACD, it is bullish, right? Price action is above our 3D 21. We could get 100% confirmation of a reversal, if we get a candle open and close above the 21 EMA. Once again, just because we got a confirmation doesn't mean we won't get rejected, but it only means like we got a clean setup to say, okay guys, we bought the dips right at the weekly 100 EMA. Now we above our 3D 21. Now our MACD is positive, so we could just relax. Okay, it doesn't mean we won't get rejected. Once again, it only means, okay, the trend is shifting momentum, right, from the 3D time frame up to the possibly weekly time frame, right? So that's the only thing we can say. As you can see right here, just because we closed above the 3D 21 didn't mean like we did not get some tough time to push to the upside. All right, so but we will see what we will get. But the most important thing once again was like to buy the dips right here at the weekly 100 EMA. Okay, that was the most important thing, not to buy not to buy the tops and all that good stuff when BTC is pumping like almost like 1,000 points a day. Okay, in less than 2 weeks we pump like nearly over over 10,000 points, right? So you just have to be very, very cautious, right, regarding buying the tops and buying the green candles, right? But just to answer your question, right, we're looking good. Okay, we just need to close above the 21 EMA with another candle, and that could basically give us a confirmation we did the right thing buying at 35k at the monthly 21 EMA and weekly 100 EMA and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a 6-hour basis, right? So if we take a look at BTC on a 6-hour basis, as we said, on our way down, right, after we cross negative right here, right, what we said, our 21 EMA going to be what? Our main resistance. If you guys recall, that's why we shorted right here 51.7. Guess what, guys? We dumped all the way down to where? 33k. Okay, what we said on our way down, 45k, 46k going to give us what? A tough time. It did. Okay, and you know, we said what? 40975, take profits just above like a 41k, take 50% profit and wait for, you know, 35 to 37k range to, you know, close another 50% and let the market do the work and all that good stuff, right? So on our way up, if you take a look at right here, we just got rejected at right around like 46, 45k area, right there, which is our previous support right there. Okay, so now what we're looking at in terms of supports, right, it is going to be our 21 EMA, right? We got all these moving averages. Remember guys, I said as long as these moving averages, you know, are pointing down, right, it means like the trend going to be down. Okay, if they shift the momentum, okay, if they shift momentum to the upside, they will shift the entire momentum, meaning like you know, bulls going to be in control. So we will be looking for our 21 EMA to be what? Our primary support, the 50 going to be our secondary, and the our tertiary support going to be what? The 100 EMA. Just like what happened right here guys, same exact setup. Okay, we got the 21, the 50, the 100 right here. We got the 21, the 50, and the 100, right? We got 21, 50, and finally got the 100 right here. Did not quite retest it, but you know, was pretty close, right, to say we got the rejection nearly at the 100 EMA. If you take a look at it on the 4 hour, it was spot on also, right? So on the 6 hour, we will basically just look for the 21 EMA right here to be supporting the price over the next like a few hours, few days, till we get a, you know, possible top formation and all that good stuff. But as of now, the trend, it is still up on the 6 hour time frame. So support going to be all the way down to the 6 hour 21 EMA. So you just have to monitor your 6 hour 21 EMA. It could be anywhere around here depending on how slow BTC going to be moving. Okay, the MACD, it is negative right now, right? Just like what we said right here, if we get what? A positive MACD, it means like the downtrend will slow down. Okay, now we got a negative momentum right here. It means like the uptrend will slow down. It doesn't mean, remember, it cannot go up. It only means like it will slow down till we get what? A reversal pattern, right? As you can see right here, after we got the bullish crossover, the downtrend what? Slowed down, right? And we put, you know, we got a nice push to the upside, and now we got the reversal setup, right? So hopefully it makes sense. Hey, what's up, Tails? 83 Madam, thanks a lot for tuning in. 40k, looking for 40k. Hopefully, you know, hopefully you can get 40k, right? Or even lower if you want to. So now we're done with gold BTC. We're done with BTC USDT. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, okay? So Ethereum, it is still looking good, right? So if we take a look at Ethereum on a 3D basis, right? When Ether was above like 4,000, we said we could be dumping all the way down to the monthly 21 EMA. If we take a look at Ether on a monthly basis, we hit our monthly 21 at 2200 range, okay? At the same time, we hit our weekly 100 EMA at 22. So everything basically moved nicely, right? After the, you know, breakout below the 3D 21 EMA slash monthly, you know, slash weekly 21 EMA and all that good stuff, right? So Ether, it is still looking pretty strong on a weekly basis. Now it is almost at the weekly 21 EMA, right? Slash 3D 21 EMA right there. And we just got our bullish crossover, okay? So Ether, even though it is looking good, we just got our bullish crossover right here. So need to see over the next like a few days what type of price consolidation we will get right there. So but I'm not in rush with Ether, right? we'll wait for the next like a few days and so on to see if bulls going to be pushing to the upside above like the weekly 21 EMA. Weekly 21 EMA, it is at 34, right? Or if we're going to get a rejection as we expected, right around like 30 up to 31.50. So we already above 31.50. We said take profits, right, starting at 28.50 up to 31.50. So right now we're above 31.50, so it is time to just let it, you know, consolidate, right? So if you take a look at it in terms of percentage move, right, it is nearly over 50% pump. Okay, nearly 50% pump. So only Cent Crypto can give you guys this type of a price target and all that good stuff, right? 50% dump from 41 all the way down to 21.50, give or take, 47% dump. And after that, you know, you got a nice nearly 50% pump, guys, in less than 2 months. In less than 2 months, guys. So pretty impressive, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at Ether on a 6-hour basis. So the 6-hour time frame, it is still looking good. I don't see anything crazy, right? I know all these indicators are pretty hot, but no sign of divergence yet. Okay, no divergences yet. Okay, if we take a look at the MACD, yes, MACD is kind of flat, but it is not a strong bearish divergence yet. If we retest the bottom right here, right around like 37, and retest the top again, yes, we could create a very strong divergence. Okay, because MACD most likely won't basically be pushing higher. Okay, and most likely our side will do something like that, and we could say, okay, now we will be retesting you know, previous resistance, which basically going to act as support right here, right around like a 28.50 31 to 28.50 range. Okay, that's going to be the first support area to keep an eye on, 28.50. All right, guys, so let me know if you guys have any question regarding any alt. We talked about BTC, Ethereum, gold, BTC chart, the BTC dominance, and all that good stuff. So we haven't talked about the Ether dominance, right? But the Ethereum dominance is pretty high, and it is still in a divergence. Okay, even though the Ether dominance pushed back up like from 17.4, and now it is like 19.3, so it is a big move. That's why Ether pumped like 50%. A 10% pump on the Ethereum dominance basically pump the Ethereum USD price like nearly 50%. So that's why, you know, it is very important to pay attention to the Ether dominance, right? So support area to keep an eye on regarding Ether over the next like a few months. If we get some sort of rejection right here, still going to be the 14.5 to a 16.5, right, percent, right? And rejection or slash resistance area going to be 23 to 24% right there. Okay, or even up to a 25, right there. So now let's go ahead and take a look at XRP BTC. So XRP BTC, it is still in range, guys. Even though we you know, we got a massive pump, right? You could call it a big pump, but it is not something like to get excited, because we've seen it before. We've seen it right here, right? August 2021, we pumped like 60%. Right now we just pumped like 30%. Okay, so between August and February, guys, you know, you got nearly 5-6 months, right? of a consolidation before you get, you know, another 30%. So it is not something to get excited about. Okay, we got to break out above our trend line resistance right here. If not, you know, if the BTC dominance going to be pushing to the upside as we basically expecting, XRP could be losing some juice, okay, versus BTC. And we know support right here going to be right around like 1250 first support, okay. However, if we break out above our resistance area, just about like a 2250, 2350, we could be looking for a 5,000 area, okay, 5,000 area, okay, right there, 4,000, right, and 5,000 area. But support 1250 and 950, resistance 4,000 and 5,000 area. And we will discuss about the 10k XRP over the next like a few weeks after that. In terms of indicator, the weekly time frame was kind of negative, like couple, you know, last week, not couple weeks ago. It was shifting down, but now we getting a bullish, you know, a bullish crossover. If we can keep up with the momentum, yes, we can break out above like you know, 2250 up to 2300 range, right? And we could be shooting for 4,000 to 5,000. But we got to stay positive right here on the weekly, okay? Because 3D looks good, okay? XRP on the 3D, it looks nice, okay? The problem was like the weekly time frame, right? Well, didn't want to basically flip bullish, just like what happened on VChain, right? Remember, VChain was looking good on the 3D, and all of a sudden, the weekly time frame just messed up everything. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Hex. So Hex, it is still consolidating, right? Let's take a look at it on the weekly. I got a note out there, but so Hex, it is still consolidating. Basically, what I was saying right here was like, we just don't know. Okay, I think like Hex was right around like 26 cents back then, and I was saying like, you know, 236 going to be the next support right here. Okay, we got a nice support and got a nice bump. However, the move we got right there, if you take a look at it on the weekly, basis, it looks like a, you know, just a flat correction. Okay, so if we can hold the bottom right here, it could be a triple bottom. However, if we lose the bottom right there, it could be, you know, it could be like we're most likely going to be retesting like 11 cents, right, 12 cents range, okay, or even lower, because 382 right there, right, the 382 Fibonacci is at 0.07, okay, 0.07. So resistance we got to take out going to be 30 cents. A breakout above 30 cents will basically send us to the moon, all the way up to like nearly $2, okay, or even high. I'm just estimating right now for wave 5. But the main thing to remember is like the next major support, right, in terms of Fibonacci, it is going to be right here. Okay, so a breakout above like 30 cents, right, will take us, you know, basically to the moon, right? I mean, Pablo S Crypto is saying we got 2 gaps. I mean, I haven't been paying attention to these gaps like forever, so I'm not trading BTC based on gaps. So it's not much I can tell you about those gaps, but we can take a look at it, right, to see if we can go back down to the gaps. That's why it is so important, guys, to buy the dips, especially at macro support. That way you're not going to be waiting for gaps, or you're not going to be waiting for all that good stuff like people calling for 10k, 2k BTC, whatever, right? I think it is BTC1, right? Man. Yeah, we got a gap at 40, just about like 41k. It is not a small gap. Let's take a look at it, right? Yeah, it is not a small gap, right? So it is going to be just below the 21 EMA. But remember, guys, we talked about BTC even having a gap at like 3,500, right? And we're still not there yet. so can't just trade the chart, especially on a macro view, right? I don't want to be saying like, oh, we just going to be dumping 2% because of a gap. Okay, I'm not looking for BTC dumping like 2-3%. Okay, so we're trading the 30%, 40% move, right? If you take a look at it right here, from like nearly 53 after the first dump, right? 53 all the way down to 33, you got 40% dump. Okay, from 33 all the way up to 46, you got another 35 to 40% pump, right? So that's what we call macro, not like 2% pump and dump and all that good stuff. So if you've been following the channel long enough, guys, we I told you when BTC was 30k. Okay, most people were telling you, okay, we're going to dump right here. I was like, let's just stay with the trend. Okay, right here what we said, 38.2 up to basically 41, 40975 was going to be the range to reaccumulate, and we pumped it upside. Okay, so we've been spot on regarding BTC over the last few years, right? So yes, I don't expect myself to be right all the time, so we got to get that clear, but for the most part, right, over 80 to 90% of the time on BTC, we've been pretty accurate. Even on alt, most of these alt guys, we call for those macro moves like weeks, month ahead, right, before they pump to those levels. So NIM, it is still struggling, right? NIM, it is still struggling. I would just say it is just moving sideways, because it pumped a lot back in 2020, right? May 2020 till August 2020, right there, right? It pumped like nearly over 2,500%. So it is just consolidating. So it seems like we're most likely going to be retesting the lows right here now. Okay, which is going to be a good level to reaccumulate. The volume, it is still low, so the hardest thing right now, it is just to stay with the trend, but it could be a complete parabolic move to the downside and another parabolic move to the upside. All right, but you got to be patient with it. Yeah, at first I was thinking like, we got the we're going to get the double bottom right here, right? And right there, and we could push to the upside, right? But it seems like we just have to go through another reaccumulation phase. I mean, it can still pump from here, but all I'm saying is the trend, it is still down, right? It could retest the 5 sats. Okay, yeah, that's like 4 to 5 sats, right? We at 7 sats, so it could retest like 4 sats. Yeah, 3 weeks time frame, it is still down, right? Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to hit the likes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, you can join the public Telegram group, link in the description and all that good stuff. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching, man.